What's going on, everyone? Happy Saturday. Hopefully everyone is doing well, staying safe, healthy, having a great day so far, and of course, like me, testing negative for all those viruses that can make us sick. It is time now for the Saturday edition of the Virus Update for Saturday, November 29th, 2025. If you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel. This is where I do the daily virus update on all those viruses that can make us sick. Want to stay informed? Just subscribe down below. Give this video a thumbs up, hit that notification bell, and share this video with anyone you know. Already, we do have several things to take a look at in the news department, and maybe just a little bit of data. Well, a lot of the news that we are going to look at is in relation to data to many different places around the world. First off, how am I feeling today? Listen to my voice. I sound a lot better. I think what happened yesterday, because as you can see here, I tested negative for COVID, flu A, and flu B. I said yesterday I thought it was a virus. I think it was probably more so I was just worn down. Monday I had a busy day. Tuesday I had a really busy day. And then Wednesday was the grand finale. You know, the days leading up to Thanksgiving, if you're someone who does delivery like me, can be really busy. And the night before Thanksgiving is one of the busiest nights of the year. Tuesday we had some rain. I got wet in the rain. I think a combination of everything. I was just worn out yesterday. And that's what happened. I spent the whole day resting up, and I feel fantastic today. Still have a little bit of the long COVID headache. That's not going away. That's one of the things I talked to my doctor about on Monday for my next checkup. But yeah, I'm feeling much better today. So let's do a virus update, shall we? Starting off with some data in the news. And Sci-Fi updated yesterday. The CDC reports 70% of U.S. regions have increased COVID positivity, with DC's region retroactively revised up significantly to the #1 U.S. hotspot. U.S. and 90% of regions are still reported at year-over-year lows, subject to be revised upwards. So yes, the COVID positivity rates here in the United States are starting to go up once again. Western Australia, we go with Dennis, the COVID info guy. I believe we have several things from him. And this is the COVID update for Western Australia. The positivity rate is 1.8%. PCR cases, 64. That's down by 34%. Good news there. Hospitalizations average cases remain stable at 17 per day. ICU 7-day average is 0 at this time. Victorian weekly respiratory surveillance report. And a little bit of a different story there. COVID positivity rate 3.2%. That's actually almost up by 1% or 0.8%. COVID cases, 515. That's up by 9%. Influenza A. Yikes, this is not good to see. Again, it is spring over there right now. 2,283 cases. That's up by 26%. Influenza B, 41 cases. That's up by 24%. RSV, 171 cases. That's actually down by 11%. Moving on to South Australia, where kind of a mixed report here. This is data up to November 28th. COVID cases, 152. That's down by 5.5%. Flu, 801. That's up by 10.1%. RSV, 79 cases. That's down by 15%. Pertussis, 57 cases. That's actually down by 27.8%. Reported deaths in 2025 for this region of Australia, 78 COVID deaths, 61 flu deaths, 12 RSV deaths, and yes, 5 people died of pertussis, otherwise known as whooping cough. That's not good. Australian residential aged care facilities. This is up to November 27th. Some good news here as well. Active cases, 174. That's actually down by 20.9%. Outbreaks, 34, down by 8.1%. Resident cases, 133. That's down by 24.8%. Staff cases, 41. Down by 4.6%, and reported deaths remain at 403. That did not go up. And I want to remind you, in 2022, 2023, and in 2024, they actually had more reported deaths than they did in 2020 and 2021. In fact, 2022 had 3,855 reported deaths in aged care facilities, which is much higher than the start of the pandemic back in 2020, when they had 686 reported COVID deaths. How about that? All right, let's go to somewhere else around the world. I told you, we're going around the world today. In Italy, this is what's going on with flu. Things are not going very well whatsoever. In fact, the number of flu cases is rapidly going up. I can't believe they report this many cases. Is it a requirement to get tested and report your test there? I honestly don't know. But take a look at this. The new cases are about 446,483 for a total of about 2.1 million since the beginning of the season. The highest observed age group would be 0 to 4 years old. So that's not good. With about 25.7 cases per 1,000 patients. Yikes. Flu is really going up there. And yes, it is that new H3N2. So I'm concerned if this is what's happening there and other places around the world. Hey, we just had Thanksgiving here in the United States. Oh, what a disaster. All right, moving on now to somewhere else around the world. COVID is behind most hospitalizations, but influenza is coming up in the country of Hungary. Based on reports from doctors participating in the surveillance service, it is estimated, that 185,900 people visited a doctor with symptoms of an acute respiratory infection in the 47th week of 2025, which is a 13.1% more than the 46th week. Of these, 22,300 had influenza-like symptoms, which is 13.8% more than the previous week. Since 2011, the number of people with influenza-like illness per 100,000 residents has only been higher in 2023 and 2024, so that is not good. Continuing with our tour around the world, we now make our way over to Canada. Seasonal influenza update. There, looks like they're having week 47. They're having 2,102 cases, 8.1% test positivity rate, 42 outbreaks, 65 and older most affected population, and yes, H3N2 subclass K is the problem there. All right, taking a look at the website, there have been several things posted on the website. Lately, there's been things about whooping cough in North Carolina. Yes, 8 cases identified in a part of North Carolina. There have also been, I believe, a few new COVID studies posted on there. There are things I need to add on here. I'm behind on tracking threads. I will eventually get to that this weekend. I promise you, I'm going to get to that this weekend. It's very important that I do that. Taking a look at the COVID levels in Canada. COVID-19 is moderate. Flu A is moderate. Flu B is low. And RSV is listed at moderate at this time. Let's take a look at what's going on with the air qualities in the United States. While we're waiting for that, let's take a hydration break, shall we? Water the drink of choice for today. Water is very important to drink. Taking a look at the West Coast, that's where the biggest problems are. The West Coast of the United States, and also southwestern Canada, and parts of the Great Lakes are having problems as well. And we do see here, take a look at this. Mexico is having some problems as well. Yikes, that is not good. All right, let's take a look at what's going on when it comes to EMS calls. Pinellas County, Florida. Just a few calls to report there at this time. When we take a look at the hospital situation in Maryland, not too bad. We do see some 4s showing up, but we do see a lot of 1s. I suspect as we get into next week, that is definitely probably going to change. Philadelphia on Friday had 711 EMS incidents. That's pretty good. We're not doing terrible just yet. Take a look here at what's going on in Montgomery County, Pennsylvania, and you do see a lot of different calls going on there. Taking a look at what's going on in Chester County, Pennsylvania, just a few calls. Sick person, respiratory difficulty, sick person showing up a couple times. And in Bucks County, let's refresh this, make sure we get this up to date. It does look like there are currently 10 active calls at this time. Just various different things going on there. And I do see, it looks like Doylestown, cardiac arrest. That's never a call we like to see. That is not a good call whatsoever. Taking a look at what's going on with the hospital situation in New Jersey and Inspira Medical Center, Mannington, specialty issue. And that is it for there today. So that is good news to see. Taking a look at New York State hospitalizations or hospital admissions when it comes to COVID. 292 have been reported on the most recent update. And let's take a look at their cases. I know this has probably not updated. It shows clearly that the trend line is starting to go upward in New York State. On November 25th, 363 persons tested positive for COVID, and some of that is lag data. They didn't test positive on that day. Could have been a couple days prior to that. CDC, we will get some of their data on Monday. How much, I do not know, but we do not really have the new data that we usually look at on their website. It is not out just yet. Let's take a look at a couple of these wastewater sites, shall we? Here's Stamford, Connecticut. And we can see measles is not a problem there. COVID, not really a problem yet, but why are we looking at this wastewater site? Aha. We do see that they have an upward trend listed for RSV, and it is going upward, already listed at high. Influenza A still listed at low, but starting to go upward. And take a look at this. This is the one I really want you to see. Norovirus is listed at high, and it is going upward. Yes, really high levels of norovirus in Stamford, Connecticut. That's not something we like to see. Let's move out to the West Coast, and let's change this, shall we? We will set this now to COVID, and actually, no. We're going to keep it at, let's set it for Influenza A. And we can see in the San Francisco area, moderate levels of influenza are being detected at the wastewater sites there. Yeah, that's not a good thing. So let's investigate, shall we? COVID's still low here, but Influenza A is on its upward trend, already listed at medium. You can also see a similar value is coming up for HMPV, but at the same time, it's still listed at low. It says not in onset. I don't know. That looks like that's going upward to me. EVD68 was going upward, and now it's dropping. Norovirus at this time is listed in medium, but that looks like it is stable at this time. Let's go to somewhere in the southern U.S. Again, we'll have our wastewater and dashboard bonanza tomorrow. Let's see what's going on the northern side of Miami. It actually says North Miami, and let's see what's going on there. Oh my. RSV is high, going up again. Influenza A is high and still going up. Medium for norovirus. Yeah, we got a lot of problems at this wastewater site. COVID is not one of them. Let's go up to the Midwest now. We'll just randomly click on a wastewater site there. And let's see. Can we find Ann Arbor, Michigan? Yeah, let's see what's going on there. I believe there's a big football game there today. Ohio State versus Michigan. Is that where they play? Someone correct me. But I do know Ohio State is playing Michigan. I was watching it a little bit earlier. COVID is low at this time. Influenza A is medium. And that's medium, and actually looks like it's dropped a little bit. Influenza B, actually some detections of that and going upward. Everything else at this time is fine at that wastewater site. Alrighty, folks, tomorrow will be our wastewater and dashboard bonanza, plus whatever news I find. If you enjoyed today's video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new down below. Hit that notification bell. Share this video with anyone you know. And of course, leave your comments down below. I will see everyone again next time. Until I see you again next time, stay safe, everyone, and have a fantastic Saturday afternoon. Thanks for watching.